Okay, I've got some sound here, it looks like, and I am recording. And I'm going to go over here and some remarks I'm going to make. First of all, we should be into the first week of competition for CAPSIM. Let's go over to the CAPSIM website. I think we reverted to competition mode today. If I'm not mistaken. I'll log in here. And indeed, the competition round started, and here's the schedule. Competition round started this morning at 11 o'clock Eastern and 10 o'clock our time. It will end at 5 a.m. on the 16th. Then round two will start on the 16th and end on the 23rd. And then, of course, round three will start on the 23rd of October and go to the 30th. And round four will start on the 30th of October and go to the 6th of November. Then on the 6th of November, round five will start. Okay. And it will end on the 13th of November. And then on the 13th of November, competition round six will start and will end on the 20th. So you're going to have 6 competition rounds, okay? And you'll want to take a look at those. And I'm hopeful that you saved your results because they were processed this morning for your last round. They were processed at 5 a.m. And if you didn't get them and save them, then you just don't have them. Because once they're processed and you go to competition mode, everything gets dumped. So you do have the work that you did earlier, but I'm hopeful that you saved your decisions and your work. If you didn't, I don't think you're too far out of line in terms of where you needed to be. Nonetheless, just want to make sure that you're aware of this. And of course, I'm here, as I've said, at the office. I'm here to, if you have questions, to try to answer them. I'm also here online. So if you're remote and you have a question, you can certainly ask me, and I'm recording this. I think at this point you understand what you have ahead of you, what you need to do. I want to bring to your attention some dates that we've got coming up that are very important, and we'll talk about those. Today, of course, is the 9th. And you have the Parnell, that self-developed quiz number 1 that's due. That's from, and I said, someone sent me an email and asked me, and basically, I think I gave you some direction in terms of the syllabus, in terms of how many questions you should be doing. And I would say if you do 20, I'm good. Okay. That will mean that some of these will have a higher worth, and go back and take a look at the syllabus. If you've done it differently, fine, but you should have, I think, at least 20 of them. And now that's tonight, and of course I'm here. And if some of you come up and work, that's fine. If you've already been working over the weekend or you plan to work this week, that's fine. Don't forget, your first round of the competition ends on the 16th at 5 a.m. Okay? Now, let's talk about what you've got coming up next week. You've got the reading. You have a faith integration response form. Okay? I'm going to open this up for you just for a moment. I'm going to let it go ahead and render. And it gives you, that's your name and your major, and gives you a series of questions to answer. Now, what you can do is download the response form, okay, answer it. In other words, edit the document, put your answers in there, and then upload it. And that's what I expect you to do. So download the response form, respond to it, okay, and then upload it. We use this for assessment, and of course we are a faith-based institution, and we want to get your perceptions and feedback about how we've done with that part of our investment in you, okay? So it's very important that you do, and it is indeed a nicely healed exercise, my friends. It's 50 points, okay, and it's 50 easy points. But we do want your sincere answers. And let me say this also. I know that we've been doing this a while. Your answers are anonymous. We don't share them with everybody. So no one's going to come to you and say, you're not a good Christian, or if you're not a follower of Christ, you're a bad person, and none of that stuff. You have complete anonymity. You can trust us on that, okay? That's the 16th. Now, on the 23rd of October, all right, I'm making a recording here, and I'm assuming you're going to see it. And I've sent you an email, okay? And I've changed this banner head for this week. That is, physical attendance is required on the 23rd. Everybody, all hands on deck, because it's assessment night. We will be administering the Peregrine assessment, as far as I know. We also have a senior survey we want you to complete. And usually the dean is here. So, you should be here and be prepared. I think the assessment takes a couple of hours, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I've sent you an email. I've posted it over here. Okay. I'm not sure what else I can do. I've made an announcement. I've said this, and I guess I'll put an announcement over there as well. But I don't think I ought to have to. I mean, I've told you this in a video. I've put it there in the course, in the modules, and I sent you an email. You are very aware, and we do need that data. It's important for us, for our accreditation purposes, to track that data. And and again, if you upload your completion certificate, guess what? You got another 50 points coming to you. Okay, so there's a whole letter grade of points here. 50 points on each, 50 points on one, 50 points on the other. I mean, come on. So it's 100 points. So we've got that structured for you. And some of you will need those points. Trust me. Okay. Now, I want to go back to the, I want to go back over here to the, I want to go back to the, here we go. I want to go back to the CAP sim. All right, now, I want to say this at this point in time. Okay, when I'm looking at your work, you'll notice that you all have pretty similar patterns in terms of participant logins, and I look at those, okay, and so it gives me a sense of how everybody's doing. Now, just to recap, the first 4 rounds, the first three rounds of the practice rounds, two groups started out of the gate quite well, 75th and 63rd, 73rd and 65th percentile. And then you all kind of evened out in terms of your work. And I hope you learned, first of all, how to take the data, okay, the feedback, process that feedback, and then apply it for the next round. So you understand now, as I told you the first night, how important R&D is, okay, and how important it is for you to make sure that everybody pulls their weight. As I've told you, and you know this as well as I do, this simulation is like drinking water out of a fire hydrant. There's a lot going on. but it's a good challenge for you because this is what is going to hit you when you go out to work. And so I want you to get used to having to deal with these kinds of pressures and be ready for them, because that's the world of work. We all have them in one way or the other. Okay, so I think that's something your team needs to stop and think about. Are we functioning well as a team? All right. Now, I want to go back over to the course for a minute, and I'm going to scroll on down. Okay. And as you know, as you'll see, okay, the rest of this is team time that you've got to work on the simulation and to start to work on your on your board report. Don't forget, you have a Davenport, you have an exam over Parnell. Okay, and then you've got self-developed quiz from a reading. You have another exam. You have some real-time cases. Okay, you'll want to look at those, and you can see it becomes tests and readings. Why? So you'll be focusing a lot of your energy on the simulation. Now, I have a screencast for you, okay, on peer evaluation in the board report. There are two pieces here. One is you evaluating each other, okay, and I have the document there for you to download and fill the thing out, all right, and then the board report. And let's open this up for a minute. We'll talk about that because you need to be working on it, okay? Now, I'll post the grade, but the CEO is the one who upload, and I ask you, please follow the syllabus. Let's go up to the home module, okay, and we'll come down here. Oh, pardon me, we'll welcome, not the home, but the welcome module, excuse me. And we'll come down here, all righty, and here's the syllabus. All right. And it's going to render up for us, so I'm going to go ahead and get us a nice full screen view of this jewel. And then I'm going to zoom it in so it's just real pretty for us to see. All right, now there's all the stuff you know already, accessing the course, and then the written report, the board report. A minimum of 20 pages required. Your paper should be paginated, bottom right corner, with footers, bottom left corner, indicate the team name. Okay, you should be able to do that. It should be stapled or bound and typed. Okay, cover page should indicate the team name and team members. Significant points will be deducted, blah, 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 blah. Look, folks, here is what I want you to tell me, okay? You have a cover page, an executive summary, mission statement, corporate structure and officers, industry analysis, corporate-led strategy, business unit strategy, functional strategy, key operating results, and the 5-year plan. Okay? Now, those are the sections that I want, all right? And I don't want you to use a lot. I want to see a lot of the data. So a lot of the stuff you can do, okay, is provide me screenshots with some narrative that explains, okay? And you have that galore. So don't think this is a long-winded writing paper where I see I want to see data and charts and narratives and interpretation of what happened, okay? When you present the board report, I'll ask you some questions about it. It's a Q&A kind of thing. And I really do put a lot of stock into how well you do it, okay? So I want you to be aware that this is just not some fluff exercise. You need to have it. Now, I mentioned about the fatal errors statement in the syllabus, okay? And fatal errors, be careful. Just don't give me some sloppy, nasty looking thing, okay? I know you folks can write very well. I've seen your writing. You do. So, give me a quality document. And do yourself a favor. Make sure the body of your paper has a cover page, executive summary. I mean, I'll lay it all right out there for you. Okay. And I'm especially pardon me. I'm especially interested in the 5-year plan. Okay. What if this company was to continue on after these operating results you've obtained? Number one, could you? Would you? And so as the shareholder or as a major shareholder, I'll probably have some pretty tough questions for you in terms of what you did with the performance of the company. And I look at how you respond. Okay. Let me say this. What does not help you is if there's one person who answers all the questions and everybody else stands around like they're lost. So every one of you should come prepared to answer questions and to interact, because I may say, well, who is the CFO? Who is your chief financial officer? And I may start asking you some questions, and you need to be on top of it, okay? Now, I will try to let you get through the presentation, but usually what I do is I stop you, okay? And we begin to have a dialogue where I think there's a teachable moment. So don't dress this up with 75 PowerPoint slides. No, don't do that, okay? A nice slideshow of 10 slides at the maximum would pretty much do this. And I can read the report faster than you can read it to me. So don't come up here and be ready to read it. Now, I want to talk about I tell you, business casual dress is required. Let me say this. I know that some of you work. I know some of you will come from practice. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'm not that hepped up about you being all dressed up. I know you can put on a suit and a tie. I'm not stupid. I'm interested in what's in your head. Okay? What you know and what you've done. And I know some of you come from practice, and I'm not going to put you through all that. So, don't come up here in a pair of, shorts. Well, if you get, but I'm not all that hepped up about business casual. Now, if it's convenient for you and business casual will work for you, then do so. But what I don't want to do is a situation where you come up here and you're dressed up in a suit and a tie all day, okay, and maybe not enjoying that experience. You'll get your chance to wear a suit and tie all day sooner than you believe. So I can get some of the best advice I can give you at this point in time. Now, I'm starting way early, of course, and I'm running, okay, over time. And I'm sincerely hoping that all of you look at this video tonight. And I'm going to send you a message and tell you it's extremely important you see this video. Okay. Now I'm going to be here, and if you have questions, I'm here, so you can reach me online. Okay. I've posted the invitation. Plus, if you're in the lab, I'll go over there every now and then, check to see if somebody's there. And at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, if nobody's shown up, I head on. I know, as I told you at the start of the course, I'm not going to babysit you, and I shouldn't have to. So, I'm going to be here to help if I possibly can. But on the whole, this is your deal. Okay, your learning experience. It's your company. You run it. So I'm going to send you an email today to tell you really need to see this video, because there's a lot of important announcements, and I'll post it. I'll probably post it as such. Okay. Now, next week is fall free days, and I will be here to help you if you have any questions. Okay. And fall free days don't really start till Thursday anyway. So I think I have things arranged where you are not going to have anything due. Let me take a look here for just a minute. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. I am so nice. Yeah, the faith integration essay is next week. That's due, as well as the self-developed quiz. Okay. And then, of course, tonight you're doing the Parnell self-developed quiz. I'm a great believer that you get more out of a case study if I make you write up a series of objective questions than you will if you write me some fluff piece, or you write something and give me a bunch of verbiage and maybe not grasp all the facts of the case or understand them. And so I feel like what I do here is I force you to learn the facts of the case, and then I'm hoping that once you've done that, some curiosity will take over, and you'll say, huh, that's kind of interesting. I think I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. Now, you're a great group of students, okay? And I know you're working very hard. I can see when I come in and into the course, into the simulation, or I can come in here and the course, look and see, and I can see what time you come in, what time you leave, the time you put in. I know you're working really hard on this, okay? I know you got a lot of other stuff going on too, and so I understand it can be a deal, okay? Well, I'm gonna just basically shut up for a while here, which I'm sure you're happy with, all right? And I'll just be here. I'm going to log out of Capstone. Now I'm going to look to see if we have any industry results for the reports for the debriefing, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're all gone. So I'm going to take a look here for just a minute and see maybe if it will tell me where you ended up. Yeah. That's what I thought. So hopefully you got your data this morning and downloaded it and kept it, because I didn't. I learned a long time ago that if I do a lot of this stuff for you, I put myself in a situation where I'm cheating you the opportunity to learn, and I'm not going to do that. You're very bright folks. You're just as bright as you can be. I have all the confidence in the world in you, and I'm looking forward to seeing your board report. I truly am. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you 2 weeks from tonight, right? The 23rd. That's when we'll do the Peregrine assessment. All right, folks, I'm going to log out of the Capstone, okay? And I'm going to be over here in the syllabus, and I'll see if anyone's joined me. No one has. And if you should happen to join, I'll hear a little ding. I'm going to step out, and I will be right back. In fact, I'll make a little sign that says that. Had to step out, BRB. All right. Make that one a little bit bigger. We put it there. There we go. All right, folks. I'll do a little sign so I had to step out. At BRB, it is 6:10. So you'll know I'm on my way back now. 18:10.
Turnover. I feel like we didn't have that many assets. I think it's because Chester spent a lot more money on plant stuff than we did.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to unmute myself. Josu, you want to try me again? I was on mute.
50% off regular menu price pizzas online with the promo code YankeesWin at PapaJohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official pizza of the New York Yankees. As a major teaching hospital system, Bronx Lebanon Hospital Center is leading.
All right, I'll send you an email here. I don't know what I need to do here. I will need to go over and log into the OVU email, webmail, and go from there. Oh, that's what I'm going to need to do. So let's let me log in over here. And I had Josu stop by. And I just delivered, so I had my sound muted, so I couldn't hear him, but I certainly have got it now. So Josu, I hope you will come back. And I just sent you an email. I had my sound muted as well. So I'm hoping I'll hear from you again, that you'll get back a hold of me. I am here and on board, waiting to help out. And I'll still be here waiting. You came through like a phantom last week, Josu, so what's the story? Of course, you can see my email here. Isn't that wonderful? All righty. So I did contact you, and I even sent a thing that said, make sure you got the. Well, there we are, and let me move this over. You can't see it, but it's my. There's the syllabus, and we'll go to the course home page. I am here waiting if anybody has any questions. I just sent him an email.
Wayne promoting and achieving healthcare excellence. Its two major hospital divisions, comprehensive psychiatric and chemical dependency programs, specialized long-term care facility, and broadest care network of outpatient practices, including the Dr. Martin Luther King Health Center and New Health and Wellness Center, are providing a wide range of high-quality, accessible, and compassionate medical services to patients and their community. At Bronx Lebanon, performance matters. For more information or an appointment, call 718-99-BRONX.
I'm still here. I just sent Josu an email, let him know. I apologize. I had my sound muted, so he apparently could not hear me. And he can. And everybody remember, if you come and you have something you'd rather talk about in private, you can use the chat function. Then no one sees it except me and you. Okay? So it's important for you to understand that. So if you come here and you do a chat with me, I can answer questions that you may not want everyone else to see. Okay, but you'll see I'm still here waiting. I apologize. I sent you an email back and said, hey, I have the sound on mute. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I'm still here. We're an hour into this. And I heard very briefly from Josu, whom I emailed back. And fortunately, I guess he couldn't hear me. I think I must have had the mute on my sound on this end. I did send him back an email, so I did try to respond to him about whatever question you might have. And of course, I'm still here. I'll check the hall over there in a little bit and see if anybody's in the lab. I haven't had anybody stop by the office. So again, I've sent an email out about how important it is to be here tonight. I've got it noted on here on the, I've got it noted here in the modules. Point that out. So, and I've mentioned it about 18 times tonight. As you can see, the little mute sound thing maybe jump. I think that's all invisible to you. Nonetheless, my friends, I hope you're working hard, getting ready for your work, and you of course have your decisions to make for each round, and you'll want to take that into account, and I want to make sure you remember that because it's each Monday. So before you take off for fall 3 days, you really should have your decisions made and loaded up. And just to prove I haven't paused the screen, it is 7:06. I'm still here, waiting for someone to show up. Josu stopped by briefly, but I guess he couldn't hear me. I have my mute on, doing some work, and then I took it off. I've sent him an email, so I'm shaming him here tonight. Josu, I'm teasing my brother. You know I'm playing. I'm playing. Anyway, everybody, I'm still here waiting. I want to remind you again, on October 23rd, it's all hands on deck. That's the night we do the Peregrine assessment, and gotta be there. Don't forget that as you get ready to head off next week, you have, of course, the fall free days. So you'll want to have your work loaded prior to leaving, because it will be processed that morning of the 23rd, that Monday. So you'll have some work to do. And of course, next Monday morning at 5 a.m. on the 16th, you'll have the first round will be processed. And on that evening of the 16th, of course, we have the faith integration exercise, and I'll roll that back down here to you. Let you sit. That's what we've been talking about here on the 16th. All you have to do is download the faith integration response form. Download the Word doc, respond, and then upload it back here for an easy 50 points. It doesn't get better than that, my friends. Then on the 23rd, physical attendance is required. It is assessment night. I want to see your shining faces there. So does the dean. And I know I sound like I'm broadcasting radio here, maybe a baseball game. There is a baseball game going on right now. The Yankees, one of my favorite teams. Well, my favorite team other than the Cardinals. And they're playing, of course, the ragtag, no good bunch of hooligans from Cleveland. Cleveland. I'm kidding. Cleveland's a good ball club. And I have a great ball club this year. A great tradition. But I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm hoping. Anyway, you're all are probably, I don't know what you people are doing. But I'm going to stay here till 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock, I shut this thing down now. I have a record. I save these or record these so that you can't come back and go, hey, Dr. Hammond, was available to help me. And I have virtual office hours tomorrow morning, and then I have a class. And then I'm back over here for a faculty meeting at 3:30. So anybody who entertained hopes of that virtual time from 4 to 6 is canceled. In fact, what I should do is start sending everybody emails and let them know. I should check my Zoom meetings and see how it looks. I can't remember if I set up at 4 o'clock or not. I thought I had a 10 to noon and then a 4 o'clock virtual hours, and then I've got Tuesday, yeah, from 4 to 5:30. That will be deleted. So I'm going to delete that virtual office hours Thursday afternoon. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have the faculty meeting, so. Yep, I'll have some for there. So I'm going to delete the office hours. And I'll just send everybody an email right now. And I'll get that done. That'll be easy enough. And so I'll start. Oh, that's the right one. Tuesday afternoon, the 10th. I'm going to save that. And I'll put the format will be, the font will be a regular font of 12. Okay, and I'll mute this so you don't have to listen to me and my commiseration. You see how fast I can type these out, don't you? Amazing. I'm reaching everyone in each class. And let's see, management science. It's just a matter of working the and it's 7:15. I have yet anyone to actually contact me. And this one should go to business policy. Well, business policy. And at 7:17, I'm still here and waiting. So I'll check my sent. That's business policy. Okay. And let's see. That's business policy, folks. That's data admin, folks. Let's see if I've got some data admin, folks. This is policy. So I thought I'd sent one to everybody, and this is everybody in management science. You see how hard I'm working here to make sure everybody knows what's going on. And business policy, business policy, business policy. I'm going straight through. And wow, bunch of people. Okay. There's 3603. All right. Ah, I sent to everybody. Very good. All righty. Well, I'll shut up for a while and wait. See if someone else comes by. Okay, everybody, what I'm going to do right now is pause my share and check my email and see if I've gotten anything. So I'll be recording, but the share has been, I've paused the share, and I may pause the recording and then start it back up. So I've got a little in the video, and I'll mute myself too. So hopefully I can check my. I'll resume recording, and I thought I had paused the share, but I did not, apparently. We'll resume the share now. So apparently I was not recording, but so got a few things to take care of there. Still here. It's 7:36. I'll be here till 8 o'clock. Okay, I said I was going to go till 8 o'clock, but it's 7:39. I think it's pretty evident that I'm not going to have anybody show up. I'll check the lab to see if there's no one in the lab. Then I have done my part. I've been here for now, I think I started about 5:30 if I'm not mistaken. And so I've been here well over 2 hours. And, you know, if I can help, I can help. If you don't want or need my help, then let's see the results. I hope to see some good results from you. Folks, I hope you really truly understand. I'm not woofing around about it, that you need to do well. Your big part of your grade is depending upon how well you do in the simulation. So best of luck. So I'm going to stop the share and then I'll stop recording, and that will do it.